the return we get, the more we use the information, and we can actually store it throughout the life of the asset, all the way through to the end to dispose. The biggest opportunity to influence safety is in the design phase, and I will show you that when we come through in a second, exactly what we mean. Understand the drawing. No one on site was qualified to or had the right equipment to locate the services, and at no point did anybody stop and ask. It was one of 3 incidents that led to a fuel company to stop all work within 6 metres of a fuel main across the airport for 2 months. And with 129 kilometres of fuel main across the airport, that had significant impact. So a 400 ml core straight through a pressurised fuel main. And according to the fuel company, this would have punched straight through the pressurised pipe, resulted in a jet of fuel 150 metres high, 10 to 20,000 litres per minute. So from the airport fire service, fuel would have flowed for 10 minutes. 2 minutes for the alarm to be raised, 4 minutes for us to get there, 4.5 minutes for fuel to stop flowing after hitting the fuel stop buttons and informing the fuel company's control. A 10-minute flow of 10,000 litres per minute, 1 kilometre square at 1 centimetre deep. The exclusion zone put in by the emergency services starts at 500 metre radius from that point of the incident. That's the starting point. So from Heathrow Environmental, such pollution from an incident like this would cost the high hundreds of thousands to low millions to clean up, and would take at least 2 months depending on the weather. The prosecution will result in unlimited fine from the Crown Court. Yeah, tens of thousands of litres across the Crown, that would need airport closed. I thought you'd been sensational at that point, but he went on to say, we are not resourced to deal with that. We would immediately have to downgrade the airport to Category 8, which is the size of aircraft that can be landed. Very quickly, as the lake of fuel grew, we would have to downgrade to Category 6. If the fuel was across a large area, we need our entire resource, and that would mean downgrading again, and we do not land aircraft at Heathrow below a Category 6. And all the fire brigade can do is stand and watch. They're not allowed to spray any foam or anything like that over it anymore, because it's a bigger environmental hazard. They have to stand and watch, to make sure that it doesn't ignite and be there in case it does, while the fuel companies recover that product. So back to £2 million, 2 months, £11 billion, or all the fire brigade just stood there watching while we recover that over a lightning protection rod. So the figures are huge there. Done some work to prove the depth, either going through the manholes or some of the techniques within the HAZ standards, and prove that depth. We would have done things in a different way. As it was, we started the road planing, and within 1.5 metres we did that damage. Now this was 20 minutes after the last aircraft landed at Heathrow. This first cable that got hit here, that was the landing systems to the northern runway. So the landing systems have just gone off. Next ducts got smashed, but luckily didn't damage any cables. This was the fibre network controlling the landing systems and all the lights and rings around the airport and all the stuff back to air traffic control. The next duct route, these rings here, these were the centre line lights for the northern runway. So the computer approach is now off and the visual approach is now off, the northern runway at Heathrow. But nobody knows they've hit anything at this point. So the planer continues, they then hit the 11 kV ring. Now there's a big bang and a big flash, and now everybody knows they've hit something. Luckily, nobody got hurt. We were very lucky that nobody got hurt. Nobody on the site got hurt. We were able to make it safe for those people. Got a shock as far as the loud bang, but not a shock from the electricity. But the potential was there to injure somebody very seriously. However, with that going bang, it started a cascade failure down the north side of the airport. So all of the power down the north side of the airport went off, just bang, 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 all the way down one side of the airport. All the traffic lights went out, the street lights went out, all the fans went out in the tunnels, all down the north side, all sorts of things like that. So we could have had members of the public driving around the airport at major junctions, all the lights went out and we were met in the middle. So we could have had people injured just from driving around the airport from this incident, something that would go on everywhere around the country when digging around services. So an everyday example, but again, could have had potential risk. And if we'd followed